Hey everybody, it's Yusef for Dad's Free Time Game Reviews, where I review the games that I play when no one needs me. Today's game is Momodora, Reverie Under the Moonlight. Did I say that right? Reverie Under the Moonlight. Reverie, what is that even? Anyway, I like Castlevania games. I think they're awesome. The only problem that I have with Castlevania games is that sometimes they are too hard. However, as the games went on, the characters got better at moving around and doing stuff. But what's up with this EXP thing? Like, can't I just collect stuff? I don't want to have to farm for EXP for no reason at all, you know. Anyway, this game actually seems to fix that problem that I have. It just helps you, like, you just move around looking for things. You get your stuff, you go fight the boss, and then you rinse and repeat all throughout the map, and then you try to complete the map as much as you can and find keys wherever they may lie. You know, it's regular. It's the way Metroidvania, I feel, should be, okay, without all of the EXP stuff. Was the game actually worth as much as everybody says? Because it's ranked pretty high on Steam. So yeah, let's find out. The gameplay for Momodora, Reverie Under the Moonlight, is on my other channel for the Incidental Tangent podcast. Crafty Acuity is the channel. So check that out if you're an adult, please. No kids. So, Momodora, Reverie Under the Moonlight, is a prequel. Happens 400 years before the first and second game. So it doesn't really matter if you play those games, which is a little weird. And that's why the art style is completely different and stuff like that. But anyway, there's a priestess named Kaho who leaves her village in search of the origin of a curse that has reached her village and threatens to turn like the whole world into crap and decay and stuff like that. I have no complaints. It took me about 4 hours to complete the game, and that's, you know, without me following, like 4 hours to edit the game down. And the story was pretty good. I mean, it was well balanced within the action, because you didn't have to collect EXP and do all this other crazy stuff. When you did appear at the places you were supposed to, they would continue the story on pretty well, and you didn't really forget what was going on, which is what happens with a lot of Castlevania games. You run around in the area for so long that once a person pops up, you have to like try hard to remember everything that was supposed to have happened previously. So this is good. They also did a lot of interesting things, like they would cinematically pull you in to the dialogue, whereas, you know, most other games would just have two guys, like you would just kind of walk and then stop and then stare at somebody else who's standing there who would talk to you as well. In this game, people would get like knocked back into your field of vision because they were fighting, and then you would either have to join in or you'd watch them get killed or some junk like that. They actually tried to make the cinematic stuff happen within this limited range of actual graphics, which I thought was excellent. You know, good job for them. Okay, Kaho has a jump, double jump, a melee attack with her maple leaf, which kind of threw me for a loop because there's not that much range to the maple leaf. So you got to get kind of close to hit people, so sometimes you get hit like automatically because the other people have a better attack than you. But, you know, the energy meter is not too bad by the time you get to those guys, so it's okay. And you also have a ranged attack with arrows, which if you hold the arrow button in for a while, you charge it up. You do kind of a spread attack, which is not too helpful, but whatever. There are status helping abilities that you can find throughout the map, such as HP boosts and things like that. When you beat a boss, or sometimes when you just get to the end of an area, you collect these shards that give you extra abilities. One of the abilities is to dodge in midair, which is pretty cool. Sometimes the shards give you more power in your strikes and stuff like that. There is a merchant in specific spots that sells you randomized trinkets that all have status upping abilities. Each spot that you see him, he has different inventory. So every time you see the guy, go ahead and check him out. The inventory is passive and active sometimes, so you'll definitely want to stock up on pretty much everything you can afford. The in-game currency are the souls of the cursed animals that you kill, which is very interesting because there's not a lot of cursed animals and witches hanging around the place. Usually it's like 1 or 2 per area. So it benefits you to do more exploring because not only do you find extra trinkets around, including HP boosts, but you kill more people, which will in turn go ahead and give you more souls, which will allow you to buy more things at the merchant's place when you see him. There is actually not much to these bosses. They're great bosses. They come out there. Some of them don't really have that much of a method story-wise as to why they're there. But when you fight them, you feel like you have a chance to beat them as long as you can figure out their pattern. Once you figure out the pattern, you got these bosses down. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. But even when you do know the pattern, it does take a certain amount of skill to defeat these guys. So, you know, kudos to these guys for they really seem to know what to do when it came to making a good game. I'm really surprised at the way that the bosses came out. Alright, I'm going to start doing this with all Metroidvania games. I'm going to get a full map on the internet, and then I'm going to print it out and use it to keep track of where I need to backtrack to. Because these games will lead you someplace that you can't go, and then you'll backtrack, get your thing to do like a slide or whatever, and then come back. You're supposed to come back, but you can't because you can't remember where the hell it was. So I'm going to print a map. I'm just going to do it. Second thing, if a boss is kicking your butt over and over again, it's probably because you didn't purchase something from the merchant that was close to the boss fight. So you go back to that merchant. If it's too much for you, then go ahead and do some grinding so you can go back and buy whatever it is. All right. There's poisonous arrows that that work really well. Like once you see that in the merchant, go ahead and buy the poisonous arrows because they will make your arrows like dope. So just do that. Also, there's a little magnet trinket that pulls the dead souls into your body. You know, you'll want to do that. You want to take that and you want to use it most of the time you're not battling bosses, because if you knock somebody off a ledge or if you shoot at them and they die like way over there, it'll bring all of the souls to you, and it's really a no-brainer. You're gonna need those souls to purchase more stuff anyway, so why waste time with it? The fourth thing, what is up with the maple leaf as a weapon? I mean, I played the whole game and I've having a really hard time just trying to visualize somebody whipping out a maple leaf and then beating the crap out of you with it. I mean, is this like just one of those monasteries in which they never sweep? You know, like most monasteries or whatever, most monks, they have to do regular chores, but apparently these ladies, they don't do chores, these priestesses, and that's okay because every leaf they didn't rake is a weapon. The fifth thing, what is up with the Witch of Decay's boobs being right in your face? It's some sort of weird like lesbian thing. Like she pops up and her boobs are there, and I'm just supposed to whip her boobs with the maple leaf. It's just so weird. Like, and none of the other bosses have this thing. She just pops out there, and it doesn't. It makes sense that she's the Witch of Decay, but why is she in lingerie with her cleavage? Like, what is that? So, I mean, it's blatant. Obviously, it's blatant fan service, but no, don't do that. It surprised me enough. Okay, last thing I can remember. There is an alternate ending. Okay, there's a good ending and a bad ending. Now, if you want to finish and just finish it and get the bad ending, then you will go ahead and destroy everything with the regular leaf. You'll make it all the way to the end, fight the end boss. Regular leaf gives you the bad ending, okay? But you would have to go back, do some extra stuff, and find the green leaf, the green maple leaf, because apparently that is the leaf that changes all the world, reverses all the curses. I don't understand why you weren't able to find a green leaf before. I mean, the woods, even in the fall, you should be able to find at least one. But she couldn't find it, you know. She couldn't find it in the area. Like, she's in the area of curse and decay, and somehow she finds a green leaf. She was in a village that just got touched with the decay and could only come there with a red leaf. So I don't know how that is. Maybe the guy who made this is Canadian and he secretly hates Canada. So at the end he changes it. I don't know. But you need the green leaf to get the good ending. So good luck with that. So there you have it. Momodora, Reverie under the Moonlight. I still can't say it. Anyway, I'm pleased to report that the game lived up to all the hype that it supposedly got. Even though I didn't really see any real reviews for it or anything, you know, I saw the way the game was being played and I got excited. It fulfills every itch that I have in these Castlevania games and takes away the part where I have to do EXP. It's excellent. You know, there's really not that much else to say. It's a little short, but I'm absolutely fine with that. You know, we can move on to the next game already. There's plenty of games to be had. You know, as the easier it can leave a good impression on me, the better. You know, fortunate like that's the thing. Like once you have a certain amount of time on a game, a person will go, oh, well, that's a good amount of time, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Fair enough. You can stop it right there. So the way that a lot of games try to stretch out the time so that you can feel like you paid your money's worth, it's kind of ridiculous to me sometimes. But I understand they got to do it. Anyway, that's all for me. You know, if you like this video, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see something else. Patreon is a thing that I have, and that's down below, I think. And there's something else I'm missing, but whatever. You guys have a nice day, and I'll see you guys on the next Dad's Free Time Game Reviews. Peace.